To return to see how the farmers are doing. Londonderry's year as UK City of Culture was billed as a 12-month-long cultural festival like nothing before. It promised an economic boost to the city alongside an arts extravaganza. So how is Derry doing? Well, exactly 100 days since it started. Our Ireland correspondent Mark Simpson is in the city this evening. So what do you think of the show so far, Mark?
Well, Donna, even on a dull day like this, there is still a feel-good factor in the city. But what Derry really needs, and how we're really going to be able to judge it, is whether or not there's a lasting legacy. I was across the sea in Liverpool 5 years ago when it was European capital of culture, and we all remember how Liverpool's image was transformed. People inside the city at the end of it viewed the city much more positively, as did people outside. But what about Derry? What have the past 100 days been like? Let's have a look.
The first 100 days have had all kinds of everything. There's been lots of singing and lots of dancing. The European Highland Dance Championships attracted hundreds of Scottish visitors to Derry for the first time. Emily Guy came with her mum Tracy, but the question is, will they come back?
Yes, oh absolutely. We haven't planned any summer holidays and we're only 20 minutes flying from Prestwick. So yes, definitely, absolutely, we really will.
Hotels, restaurants and pubs were promised a big boost, so has Derry delivered?
I suppose our figures, we're talking between about 25–30% up. Now that's partly City of Culture, partly there's other projects happening in the town as well.
We've beat last year's numbers as far as rooms for January and February. March just finished off quite successful as well, and April's looking steady, and May then really kicks in.
Teenage kicks in Derry have often been found in music, and this workshop in Shantallow is part of the attempt to ensure that the Year of Culture reaches all parts of the city.
Now, this has never happened before anywhere else on the planet, that you'd actually have a music delivery city-wide like this. We're having this in 4 different places every night of the week.
For an overall assessment of the City of Culture, who better to ask than two globetrotters, an Australian and a Canadian tourist, who've just arrived to see the bright lights of Derry.
8 out of 10.
Marks out of 10 for Derry?
8 out of 10 too. I think that's a good score.
There are, of course, 9 months still to go. It seems the fun has only just begun.
Well, there's no doubt about it. There is plenty still to come. There's the Turner Prize, there's the All-Ireland Fla, and there's the Radio 1 Big Weekend. Big concerts here in the city and big bands playing for free. But how on earth are people going to get tickets? Here's the man with the answers, Kieran Turish.
When BBC Radio 1 puts on a weekend of music, it's always a major attraction. This was Rihanna in Hackney last year. 37,500 free tickets are being given away for the 3 days of music here at Ebrington. BBC Radio 1 says 45% of the tickets will go to those who live in the Derry City Council area. Another 45% will be for music fans throughout the rest of Northern Ireland. The remaining 10% will go to the wider UK and the Republic. You won't see queues like you did in 2004 when the big weekend was last here. Tickets will be available online and by telephone from 9 AM next Tuesday morning.
I think it's great for Derry. We never get anything like this, and I just hope we get a ticket next Tuesday. I'm so excited, I can't get over it. I'm just really excited that it's coming to Derry.
I can't wait. I think it's going to be amazing. I just hope I get a ticket.
We're certainly buzzing about next Tuesday morning, both the staff and the pupils, and we will facilitate them to log on and to register for their free tickets, and we wish them the very best of luck.
Ollie Muirs is just one of the artists appearing. The other big acts will be announced early next month.
Walking through the doors of the big weekend should be like walking through the doors of Radio 1 itself. We try to have something for everyone there. We have a range of artists. In the past we've had some of the biggest artists in the world playing the event, and it's a massive thing for us, but it's our way to take this event, which is a touring event, to different parts of the nation each year.
So the scene is set for a big weekend. Kieran Turish, BBC Newsline, Derry.
So overall, marks out of 10 for the first 100 days of Derry as City of Culture. Well, who better to ask than one of the kings of culture in the city, Mickey Bradley from the Undertones. Your marks out of 10?
I would give it a considered 8 out of 10 because we've had some fantastic events. We've had the Hoffe Schechter, we've had the Sons and Daughters. Today we're talking about one big weekend. We've had ballet, we've had the Ulster Orchestra, we've had the London Symphony Orchestra. I think it's been great.
Have you enjoyed it?
I have enjoyed it. I've gone to a couple of things. I went to the amateur boxing, which was great. I'd never gone to boxing before. The Political Mother, I saw that, Hoffe Schechter. I was part of Sons and Daughters, which was a great event. I always judge a great event if people are ringing you looking for tickets, and a lot of people were ringing looking for tickets.
Well, you brought up boxing. Behind the scenes, lots of reports of boxing matches going on, ego clashes, personality clashes between Derry City Council and the Culture Company. Yeah. Has it damaged the project, do you think?
No, I don't think it has, because if you ask the vast majority of people who go to events, they talk, when they talk about the events, it's, to be honest, I work on a radio programme. I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed hearing all the rumours about backstage clashes. It makes it more interesting. It's a wee bit of a soap opera. But in terms of the events, I don't think it matters at all. Not at all. If people keep coming to shows, that's all you need.
Final question. Undertones at the big Radio 1 weekend?
Big Radio 1 weekend in 1979. Certainly not in 2013. We're actually not even, I'm not even going to be here for it. We're playing in England somewhere. So I'll miss it.
Still famous after all these years. Mickey Bradley, thank you very much indeed. One of the Undertones on the Peace Bridge tonight. Next week on the Peace Bridge is going to be the Dalai Lama. Exciting times here in Derry. Donna.
Certainly exciting times, Mark. It would seem that Ulster Rugby is resigned to losing the